it! Trying to protect all of my online data. If only I had used a VPN. Like today's sponsor, Surfshark. I never would have been price gouged because that's what companies do. They take your IP address and they use your location data to try to tell you how much you should be spending on something. I don't know about you, but I like it when things are a bit more affordable. That just ain't the world we live in, but it's the world that Surfshark lives in, baby. And if you go to surfshark.com/4starbento and use the code 4starbento at checkout, you can get 4 free extra months of Surfshark services. Plus, they got antivirus, IP protection, all sorts of things to keep you ready to browse the modern internet. And they got a 30-day money-back guarantee in case you're not satisfied. The show I wanted to watch just ain't on Netflix anymore. But you know what? I bet it's on somebody's Netflix. And with Surfshark's VPN, I can find that someplace. I can be that somewhere. And I ain't gotta go nowhere to be there. So thank you once again, Surfshark, for making the internet a bit better.
Oh no, the back tracing you.
They're backtracing me.
The internet police, no!
Welcome back to Bento, 4-Star Bento.
That's the channel.
That's the channel.
That is the channel.
And today we're gonna play a game.
A game?
I made up a game.
Okay, Jigsaw.
Someone else might have also made up this game, but I thought about it independently.
But you made it up as well.
It's called Mario Brothers.
I call this one Frogger.
we're gonna have you guys be guessing stuff.
Okay.
It's gonna be about this is gonna be about like movies and TV and stuff.
Okay.
I'm guessing shit all the time.
I never know.
You two are gonna be shown a Rotten Tomatoes top of a page thing for a film.
Like review blurb
like,
thing?
Yeah, top of Rotten Tomatoes page thing for a movie.
Ooh.
And you two are gonna write down what you believe the combined critics and audience scores are.
Oh, okay.
So a maximum of 200. So yeah, if 50% of critics liked a movie, 50% of audience members liked a movie, the score would be 100. If it were 100% and 100%, score would be 200. Now, the goal is to get as close as you can to the correct answer, and the closest answer wins.
Okay.
And with that said, let's just jump right into it.
Jump right into these
Make sure you like and subscribe.
All right.
Channel members get early access to my mom. Jordan. All right, first film.
All right.
We just have to be normal after that.
Avatar. What do you guys believe the total critics and audience score is of this?
God, people loved this movie.
Sorry, it was loud.
I said, did you snap the board?
I'm so angry
did.
at Avatar.
It sounded like that.
Avatar sends me into a blind rage.
People loved this movie. And,
They did.
and critics liked this one as well.
Because that's something you have to consider as well, is that most reviews happen early on in a film's life cycle. So like,
I remember this is the highest of all like the avatars in terms of like the critical acclaim.
The Way of Water might have done better.
Not with the critics.
Okay.
I think. Okay.
Okay. What do you guys believe the answers are?
I believe it got 175 between the two.
Okay.
I guessed 160, and I wrote it in an insane way.
These things are real fading. We need to buy new ones, by the way.
Well, the actual answer is 163, which means Jesse
damn.
gets the point.
Holy shit.
Damn, I didn't realize it was only an 82 audience. I thought that was going to be up in the 90s. The audiences went fucking ape shit for Avatar.
Yeah. Well,
And usually,
hell yeah.
usually those scores are like.
Yeah.
This might be one of the few movies where people are will revisit it and leave reviews after the fact
Yeah, you know, that makes sense.
because of its significance.
Yeah, I thought it was a safe bet to be like, if I just guess both was 80, I feel that's correct.
Well, it turns out you were almost right on the money.
Dead on, damn.
That's crazy. I'm never right about anything.
That's crazy.
Next up, a more recent film.
Okay.
One battle after another.
Okay.
Also, I'm glad I've engineered a game that Jesse can do well at. Without my help.
Have either of you seen this one?
Nope. I've still never seen a film by this director.
This was incredibly critically acclaimed, and audiences kind of leaned the same direction.
Yeah, it's Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You know that name.
I do, from Resident Evil.
Apparently, PTA is a big white boy director.
Big film bro guy.
Big white boy daddy issues director.
All right.
What do we got?
I got 180.
Okay.
137.
Okay. Well, Nick is exactly correct.
Whoa, hell yeah.
Do I get bonus points for being dead on?
You get an extra point for that.
Yeah, I'm ahead. Take that, world.
I think that's fair. If you get it exactly right, you should probably get
That's-
1 extra point.
Yeah.
Well, next up, friend of 4-Star Bento, Henry with his beautiful
The
book.
Book of Henry.
Henry and his lovely book about murder.
I never wanted to think about this movie again.
Well, you're thinking about it now. What do you think the total score, critics and audiences, is for this film? I said that in a weird-ass way.
A little bit.
The combined critics and audience score.
Combined critics and audience score.
With movies like this, there's often a split, and this
There
one
is.
does have a split. I won't
Yeah.
tell you what the split's in favor of. I will tell you, one of these scores is considered positive,
Yeah.
Interesting.
which is wild to me.
That is kind of honestly, I can see there being like this kind of being like a weird cult movie to some people, but I don't understand those people.
I mean, I've read the reviews for this movie, and I've kind of gone insane reading reviews where people are just like, the film's so touching. It's just so touching. It's like, so you don't even think it's funny. You just genuinely think it's a good emotional film. How?
Yeah, I don't know. All right,
All right.
I said 75.
I said 97.
Okay. Well, you both were really like almost exactly
Oh,
as
wow.
far away. But Nick's a little closer because it's 85.
I'm
Ooh.
within 10. Oh yeah, if only you'd done 95, we would have like split that one.
Yeah.
64. Yeah, honestly, 64 is like I thought it was going to be around 60 to 70% for the audience. I thought the critic was going to be like in the teens.
Yeah, I thought the split was gonna be tomato meter higher than popcorn.
Nah,
meter.
I definitely knew critics were gonna hate this more. I felt like this is one of those movies that some people would watch and like either somehow got really emotionally connected or thought it was so stupid it was kind of good.
I thought it's like artsy in weird ways. The critics would be like, it's actually brilliant.
Yeah,
Nah.
I mean, maybe that's the 20%.
Yeah, that's got to be that 20% there.
Or like, actually, it's an art film.
Yeah.
One
It's
person
being
gave-
subversive.
One person gave it 100%, and
Like
it
the
off balanced everything else.
the tomatometer has never been like a great way to gauge.
No, it's literally just like a binary of did this critic like the movie or not, and sometimes it's counted incorrectly.
I literally never look at the tomato meter. I'm always looking at the popcorn.
I usually look at like the IMDb overall star rating, which is also not a great metric.
No,
but
That's
That's
not-
crazy to me.
Anyway, moving on. Let's look at one of Jesse's favorite movies.
okay.
Back to the Future.
Oh wow.
Ba ba da ba.
It's not Bob. It's Marty.
Now this is one of those things where like it's going to have like weirdly low critic reviews. Like not weirdly low as in like people didn't like it, but the amount of people recorded because this movie existed before Rotten Tomatoes. Like in terms of like how many critic reviews there will be.
Well, gents, tell me, what do you think?
I said 180 again.
159.
Well, Nick once again takes this one. It is 187.
Here's the thing. It is a classic. It is like one of the best like adventure sci-fi films like of the 80s.
Yeah, no, it's an incredibly well-liked film, both critically and commercially.
Yeah.
So
Now, sometimes the Rotten Tomatoes isn't accurate. So I thought, I shouldn't rate it too highly.
Yeah, you were thinking more people were shitting on it than they should have.
Yeah, more like, it's good, but it's not whatever, even though I'm like, it's one of the best films ever made.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be like a 70-80 kind of thing. So I'm glad it's higher.
next up, enemy of the channel, Dragon Ball Evolution.
Big fan of Dragon Ball. I haven't seen any of the anime, but I've seen this, and that's it.
That's great.
That's a joke, actually.
Oh, okay.
I can't say it because I'm just inventing a man that probably exists, and that's
Oh.
fun. If that's you,
I think that's funny,
unique.
actually.
We think you're funny.
You're a goofy little guy.
You're a little guy.
That said, what do you guys think?
69, lol.
69?
50.
50? Jesse takes this one because it is actually 33.
33. Oh, thank God. You know what? Faith in humanity restored a bit.
It is incredibly disliked.
I thought the audience was going to go up to like somewhere around 30, but I'm glad the genuine consensus is that 81% of people absolutely hate it.
Not only is it not fun, but if people are seeking out because they like Dragon Ball, they're not having a good time. So,
I was counting on there being like so bad it's good people out there.
yeah, that probably counts for some of the people saying they like it.
Probably.
It probably counts for it being as high as it is. Next up, we're going to do a TV show instead of a movie next.
Ooh.
Doctor Who. The entire modern
All of it.
era of Doctor Who.
Okay, so
Not classic, but modern.
Eccleston forward.
Eccleston forward, yeah.
I don't think I actually knew that Rotten Tomatoes rates TV shows.
Anything that shows up on TV or
So that's rough because there's some stinker seasons.
there are, especially lately.
Anything after the 11th Doctor, I
Yeah.
don't think I've seen anything.
To be clear, I actually love every actor who's played the Doctor so far. I think they all do a great job. I don't always love the showrunners.
So how many Doctors are in this modern Doctors? 4?
15? Oh, sorry, that's total. Oh god, okay. So we have the 9th Doctor played by Christopher Eccleston. We have the 10th Doctor played by David Tennant. We have the 11th Doctor played by Matt Smith. Then we have the War Doctor played by John Hurt. And then we have...
He's not a doctor.
But he counts.
Does he? Because that was a special. That would have
At
been...
the end of the special, they say he's also the Doctor.
Well, no, I'm just saying that I think that would have been separate from this because that was considered a movie.
The special is part of the show.
Oh.
Then after that, it's Jodie Whittaker. And then during Jodie Whittaker's era, there's Ruth, and then there is and then there's Ncuti as the most recent Doctor. So that is 7 Doctors. And then there's
Tennant again.
Then there's Tennant again, but that doesn't count as a new one. I mean, I guess it does though. I don't know. It's weird.
It's a different reincarnation,
but there's
but it's
7
the same
actors
guy
who've played the Doctor.
in this iteration.
Maybe 8 if we count the actor for Rose coming back to play the Doctor as well.
That's so weird.
I don't. Rusty Davies is a bad writer. Do we have our numbers?
I got mine.
Did I distract you with going through every single?
Seems that way.
Gotta write it in the insane way.
I
Yeah.
skipped Capaldi.
Oh, you did.
What the
skip
fuck?
Capaldi.
I really like Capaldi.
He's a pope.
I wrote 150.
Okay.
I wrote 100.
Nick takes this one. It is
Dragon Ball Evolution.
not that-
33.
It is
Oh
153.
wow! I was within, wow, and it's damn. I thought I thought it was going to be tilted towards audience.
No, I think the audience is honestly way more picky about what the Doctor should or shouldn't be.
That's
There's
fair.
also some people review bombing when the Doctor's a woman or a black person
We hate
or
that.
queer in any way.
Doctors can't be black
doc-
or women.
The Doctor's been queer like the entire time. Well,
Certainly
the
in the new
entire
era.
time in the modern era.
Yes, people are just stupid assholes.
That's fair.
There's a lot of good reasons to not like the newer stuff. I have a lot of reasons, but like a lot of people have really bad reasons. Next up, we're going to talk about one of Nick's favorite movie. Evil Dead 2. What do we think the score is for Evil Dead 2? It'd be so funny if Jesse was more right.
Would be very funny. I don't remember how critics labeled this one. I think it's pretty high though. I think it should be.
You think, therefore, that's what you think.
It is what I think. Just because it's my favorite movie and not Jesse's, I'm going one higher than I did for Back to the Future at 181.
Okay.
184.
Ah, shit!
184. Jesse, if you'd gone lower,
Yep.
you would have gotten that one. It is 177.
Oh, damn.
Damn, that's very that's very close.
It's very close.
I was going to guess 180, and then I erased it.
You actually would have had it, yeah.
You would have had it. Don't second guess yourself.
Never assume my favorite movie's better than yours, Jesse. Never assume that.
I forgot the number already. I'm absorbing these in a bubble.
You said 184.
Oh no, I'm guessing.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Back to the Future.
Oh,
number.
Back to the Future.
I forgot them because I'm. That's a good point. I could compare them to each other. I'm just doing this in a bubble and not thinking about any of the other ratings that we've done.
Oh, that's tough.
Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
Is this specifically the extended edition?
Just specifically Fellowship.
Okay.
So theatrical.
It is one of the movies that I consider like both enthralling and boring.
Weird. I really like it, but I think
The
partly
extended
because
edition specifically.
the extended edition I think is the least necessary.
Yeah.
The Two Towers also has a lot of unnecessary things in it. I think Return of the King has the most stuff where it's like that maybe should have been in the movie.
Yeah.
With one huge example.
All right.
All right. What do we got?
I said 185.
All right.
182.
Ooh.
Oh, if you've gone a little higher, Jesse. you're always just a hair. It's 187.
Wow.
87, the age Aragorn is
Huh.
in the movie.
You know, big ups to him. He dates an older woman.
Yeah, that's true.
The real ones now.
But also his very distant cousin. Fun lore fact. It's so distant.
We love.
It's so distant to not matter. Like,
Yeah.
It's a distant cousin as in somebody who has a different last name than you and has no...
Also, the elves have like weird things going on
Yeah.
anyway, so.
I think on instinct I just went yay. To that.
Oh.
Speaking of incest,
This is the entirety of the show?
the entirety of Game of Thrones.
Fuck.
This one's rough because you have to think about how badly did the ending sink it.
It's not only the ending, but it's also like season 5 was considered like not as good as like
It is now, but you have to consider that at the time, the people who were like, what the hell's going up with season 5 were actually in the minority. I was a freak who was like, I'm actually kind of done with the show. Everyone else was still watching. I was like, I'm mad actually at what they're doing.
This one's tough because those first seasons, like specifically like the first 3 to 4, were so fucking good.
They are. I rewatched them earlier last year, and I was just like, these seasons are still so fun.
And I still enjoy bits and pieces of even the final season.
I didn't. I was only watching because my sister's like, hey, watch this with me. I'm like, do I have to?
I like bits and pieces. I think as a whole, it's terrible, but
It's so bad.
Endings are hard, but
Have you written down your number?
not yet. I'm still thinking. Like,
no, it's a rough one.
I'm gonna go.
But that's why it's fun.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say 135.
172.
Jesse, you got so close to being dead on.
Oh damn!
It was 174.
Oh,
so
I
you get the
still
point.
win.
You were just so close to being like right on it.
I was thinking that like the last few seasons got so review bombed that it was gonna tank it.
No, I think just the show as a whole still gets a
That's fair.
high score. Next up, another one I think Jesse's favorite films, Knives Out.
Ooh, Knives Out's great.
It's in my Letterboxd 4. Do
guys-
you know my Letterboxd 4?
No.
Have you guys watched the Wake Up Dead Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I've seen all the Knives Out movies in theaters.
I really like that each Knives Out film has its own like sort of like literary genre that it's, or just sort of genre it's exploring. So like first one's classic murder mystery stuff, except with a twist. Second one's like the tech
comedy. I feel like it's the most comic.
Yeah, it's most of a comedy and like satirical comedy stuck on a deserted on an island together sort of thing. And then the third one's like very gothic
and horror almost. Like it's
like
scary.
gothic
sometimes.
horror.
I do think that Wake Up Dead Man probably didn't utilize its ensemble cast as well as any of the other ones, but
Really?
they gave Jeremy Renner, like, while he was, important to the plot, next to nothing to do as an actor.
Except play a version of who it seems like maybe he in real life is.
Kind of, maybe, I don't know.
And we all know this movie was very well liked, so
Yeah.
it's really just a matter of like how high do you want to go.
Yeah. So I'm close on this one, like with
I'm so close.
I'm so close. Oh, Daniel Craig. Ugh. He is great though. Like,
He's having so much fun.
yeah.
This movie and Logan Lucky.
I'm gonna say 178.
Okay.
156.
I think that's low.
Oh, that's so
so low.
Rotten Tomatoes isn't accurate a lot.
It isn't, but I think this one is like
But
one of those
it
ones
does
where
reflect what people are reviewing.
I think this is one where audience and critics were very close to a consensus on.
Yes, Nick takes this one. It is 189.
189. Wow. Yeah, I was going to write 190, but I'm like, that's way too high.
No, it was really well
Damn.
liked.
Gosh, I'm so glad because like
You're underestimating people too much.
Well, I unfortunately a lot of horror fans, a lot of horror movies.
Horror is a different thing.
It's
Yeah,
a
the
whole
horror
different ball of
audiences
wax.
Suck.
Yeah.
That's different.
Like the best found footage movie ever made has like maybe 40, maybe like 50%.
Okay, you have
on
to
Rotten
elaborate
Tomatoes.
now. Which one?
I can't because people get mad.
That's the point, Jesse.
We're here. We did the Film Bro video, Jesse.
All right.
Are we really that worried about people getting mad at this point?
As above, so below.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it's
Horror fans
really
horror fans
terribly
say-
reviewed.
It is stupid how like
Yeah, horror fans have bad opinions. They just often do.
A lot of horror movies on Rotten Tomatoes are terribly rated. Like
Yeah.
all of like really good ones too. Like it's
The fact that they actually shot that one in the catacombs is really cool.
they did.
Yeah.
Hone,
Hon hon.
Uh-huh.
Hon hon.
hone, hone. Next up, Labyrinth. This one, I think, is interesting because
I bet, yeah. Because I don't really have much of an opinion on Labyrinth.
it's a fairly like I think beloved movie by people who grew up with it.
Yeah.
People who didn't, it's not so beloved.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily hated. I think it's a classic to people who watched it as kids, which I did. I had a DVD and I was like, oh, what's this weird ass movie with Muppets, but they're creepy.
Let's see how in touch I am with the general public here.
The Zeitgeist. It's
Yeah,
420
the
right now.
Zeitgeist. I'm pretty good with the Zeitgeist. I think one of your problems is that you're like taking this like a little too.
You're thinking about it too hard.
You're thinking about the split too hard, I think. I think there is a bit of a split here, especially like when it like first came out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 155.
All right.
174.
Okay, this is actually. Are you guys exactly as far away?
Really? Oh, that's tricky. Yeah, I take it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
You
I'm with
Jesse's 9 away?
I'm with an 8. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
9 and 8 away. That's fine.
God,
No,
yeah.
Jesse's 11 away.
11.
11? Yes, you're right. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't actually doing the math. I was just being like, what does it feel like the math is?
It is about the split I thought it was going to be, though. I did think critics were going to like it less.
Yeah. Not that much less.
Not much less,
Still
but enough less.
Mostly positive. Nick gets that one.
I'm good at this. Another one of my useless skills.
Next up, a weird one, but I was interested. Masters of the Universe. The He-Man live-action film from
Dolph
the 80s.
Lundgren.
With Dolph Lundgren.
Which, if you're going to cast He-Man back in the 80s, correct.
Which I will note, generally disliked.
Yes.
Is Dolph short for dolphin?
I don't think so. I think it is short for Adolf.
Oh.
God damn, this is tough. Because I've never seen this movie.
I didn't know it existed.
I'm going to say 95.
73.
Jesse's closer.
Oh, was it like...
It is
oh,
62.
Okay. Yeah, it was panned.
It is-
Okay.
It is
I didn't
liked.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was like an unknown cult fandom behind it or something. I knew the critics was going to be low. I thought the audience would be a little higher.
But on the other end of the spectrum, Parasite.
Ooh.
Very well liked by
Very well
most
liked.
people. So what does that add up to?
This is another one of those like critic darling movies.
Well, okay, what do you guys have?
I looked at Jesse's math. Jesse might have this, but I think it was one of those like 90-90 splits. Like,
Okay.
I went 180.
So you went with 180?
178.
178.
So Jesse, like, if it's anything lower, I think Jesse takes it.
Nick takes this one too.
Oh, 99!
99. One of the few
Jesus.
99% liked
Holy shit.
by critics films.
That's incredible. Yeah, you made a good movie.
I mean, I really liked it.
Next up, The Rings of Power.
Jesus.
One of the most expensive shows. No, the most expensive TV show to
Yeah.
ever be made. Mm-hmm. So clearly people must love it.
I watched the first season. I didn't bother with the second one.
That's what I've heard from most people who watched the first season, which is not many people. But Bezos wanted it.
He did.
And now I think it's convinced Warner Brothers that they need to make The Hunt for Gollum a movie that's going to have Ian McKellen and Elijah Woods back for some reason.
That's
Who gives a
bizarre.
fuck? I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I don't want to see that story. You know what happens in that story? Gollum runs around, and Gandalf and Aragorn torture him at one point for information. Also, they already made a video game of it.
Yeah.
Oh, did that ever come out?
That
The
shitty video game. It's one of the most like reviled video games to come out in recent
Oh,
memory.
gosh.
All right. Either way, I said 60.
60,
118?
118. Jesse's much closer.
Really? What was
It
the...
is actually 133
Wow,
with
critics
critics
really
for
liked
some
it.
reason liking this show.
Here's the thing, like, as a technical piece of media, I don't think it's bad, but I knew the audience shit on it massively. Like, this is
Yes.
one of those cases of massive review bombing where I think, like,
Unfortunately, it's a thing where like there's a lot of good reasons to dislike it, and a lot of
of really
stupid
bad
reasons to
reasons.
dislike it. Where you're like, why are there black dwarves? Who gives a fuck? You fucking weird.
my big
pricks.
question is, why don't the lady dwarves have beards?
That's my thing too.
Yeah.
They should have beards.
Where are
They're
the-
fucking cowards? You lose all your woke points.
When you
by-
don't give the
by they
dwarves
don't-
beards.
by not giving dwarf women beards. Anyway, moving on to one of my favorite movies.
Oh.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, that one's great.
A lot of times I just say this is my favorite movie just because it has the most things I love in it.
There's like absolutely like this is one of my letterbox 4.
Yeah,
You know,
like greatest
this
films of
is
all time.
Fucking
yeah.
great.
Very few films are such a synthesis of the history of film, including animation as a respected part of that, as it should be, and also directed by the same guy as
Zemeckis.
Back to the Future. Zemeckis used to make really good movies, and now he doesn't.
I'm gonna be bold here. I'm gonna say 190.
190,
180?
180. Jesse, you're only one off.
Really?
What was it going to be?
181.
Wow.
Oh wow! I thought the audience score was gonna be.
I don't know why the
90 as
audience
well.
score is so low. It's such a fun movie.
It is.
Critics get it.
Can't trust tomatoes.
Although you'll notice, like, this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying like a lot of the older movies are gonna have way fewer critic reviews. It only has 76. When you go back and you look at like Knives Out, and there was like 300 or 400.
Yeah.
So like the metric is scaled higher because anybody going back to review Roger Rabbit.
And yeah, Armand White didn't
Yeah.
didn't review Roger Rabbit, so he couldn't arbitrarily rate it low to be
Contrarian.
seen. Yeah. Armand White reference for people out there who know. So Star Wars, the original Star Wars, 1977.
I believe you.
I think that's correct. Also considered one of the best films of all time.
Yeah, oftentimes, despite its sequel being better.
I would agree. But also,
You
just
kind of need.
you give this film some extra points for being
Yeah.
a first. Oh, you gotta give Jesse another minute. He used his tits.
You gotta. I've learned. Uses it
I'm
so
going
well.
to say. God, I just saw your number. 175. So
176.
Jesse takes it.
yep. Because it's probably.
Because it is 190.
Wow.
It's a very well liked
I
film.
know it is, but I figured thered be some contrarians out there. They're like, I mean, it's good.
I was worried, but Jesse's starting to catch up.
Yeah.
It's now 7-10 score wise. You're getting there.
Helped that I got one dead on accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
that
got
gave
the
you
extra
one leg
points.
up.
The shitty part is I was about to write 190. I'm like, nah, that can't be. If Roger Rabbit didn't, then.
Now, another more recent film.
Okay.
Sinners. Another very well liked film across the board. So it's really a matter of how high do you go.
Got some Oscar buzz going.
And I'll just note for both of you, you guys have been really like underguessing a lot of these movies.
I think I've overguessed a couple.
A couple, but like
Yeah.
you've been underguessed a few like classics, which I think Sinners is absolutely going to be one of those. It's going to stand the test of time as a classic.
Oh, for sure. Okay. I'm going to say 185.
185.
God damn you.
186.
Jesse takes it.
Wow.
Because it is 193. You
Damn. I did
underguessed it
underguess it.
again.
What's happening?
You're catching up is what's happening because it's now 8-10.
You know, credit to the general public. I thought there were more racists.
I think, unfortunately, it's one of those things where nerd spaces
True.
are still really full of like racists who are really loud about stuff.
Yeah.
But with Sinners, everyone watched it.
It's so good.
Next up, a famously well-reviewed film on Rotten Tomatoes, Toy Story 3.
Is that sarcastic? Or?
No,
he's-
famously well-reviewed. People
Okay.
love the fuck out of this movie.
Like, even I consider it probably the best Toy Story.
I feel like Armand White got particularly
Shat
well
on.
known and kind of infamous for reducing Toy Story 3's score from 100% to under that
Yeah.
Oh.
in the critics side of things. Back when there wasn't an audience score.
No. But, fuck it. I'll go with my gut.
Jesse's doing some hardcore math over there. He's beautiful minding.
Yeah. Tapping it like here's the thing, you know, I was off to like a great start, but like Jesse's like now tapping into the universe
He's catching the vibes.
and then adding 1 to all of my scores.
Somehow.
I think he started contextualizing.
Yeah.
All right.
195.
184.
Okay. Jesse is actually closer.
Oh damn, what was it?
It is 188.
Oh really?
That puts
Audience
Jesse.
score only at 90. That's crazy.
That puts Jesse at 9 and Nick at 10. We have, I believe,
This
2
would be a
films
tie
left.
if I weren't like super accurate. Yeah.
We have 2 films
Okay,
left.
okay.
So this is the make or break rounds here. Next up is Wicked.
The first one, right?
The first Wicked.
Act 1.
Yes. Wicked Part 1. And the next movie's not called Part 2. That is becoming a thing. I don't like it.
Are they following the YouTube algorithm of like?
I don't know what the
not
fuck's
naming?
happening. Like they're like, cause like Mission Impossible's like, oh, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning Part 1, and then the next one wasn't called Final Reckoning Part 2. Then Fast Furious X Part 1, which already annoys me because it's Fast Furious 10 Part 1, and then now the second one may not even be happening because it didn't do very well,
Not
and
particularly.
Universal's like, we're not spending $200 million in this fucking movie anymore. I think they want to be under 140. Yeah, so people keep naming things Part 1 and then not naming the other one Part 2. It's annoying. Anyway, what do you guys think?
I'm gonna add +1 to my first guess, like co-opting this. I'm gonna say 166.
166?
183.
183? Jesse,
Damn, really?
dead on!
Whoa!
2 points.
2 points! That puts Jesse at 11, Nick at 10!
Oh no!
Oh my god.
We
have
have
a
to get
game.
this next one right to tie it up.
Oh. What the fuck?
95%? The first one was good. The first one was really good. I wasn't huge on the second one, if I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
Oh
do
my
you think
god.
other
Are you
people
shitting me?
were huge on the second one? Because
can't be.
next one is Wicked for Good.
Oh.
Because I think it's fun to compare.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, people are stupid.
The opposite of the whale. The opposite of the whale. People are awful.
This one, like, I mean, it suffers from the same thing the play does, where the second act just isn't as good as the first act anyway. But then they added a bunch of filler bullshit songs that I did not like.
Yeah, the only like good like new stuff was stuff that built on the old.
Yeah, stuff that was
songs.
already like basically reprises.
Yes, because like reprises are fun.
Yeah.
And they help tell the story. And then new songs didn't help tell the story as much.
All right, I'm definitely not as in touch here. I'm gonna say my pretty much same guess, 166.
Okay.
157.
The actual answer is 159.
No way! God damn!
Jesse wins with 12-10.
Good game.
Hey,
game.
thank you.
Good game.
I thought I spoke too
Damn.
soon at the beginning, but I
was close.
I
Like-
didn't.
I don't believe it.
No, that well played, well beamed.
Wow, wicked. I got
Okay.
me.
You know what? I was honestly thinking the critics were going to be a little bit higher and the audience was going to be a little bit lower, but damn, 93% of the
Wow,
fucking diehards, man.
That really surprises
That's
me also.
crazy.
I thought
That's
for sure
crazy.
the audience would be lower.
Can you go back to the original one? Like, what was the audience score for that one? Okay, at least that was higher. But I thought it should be precipitously lower. Should.
I feel like there's still a lot of what's the word? Stigma around musical movies. Like critics are like, I don't.
Oh, but musical fans
Did it.
are.
Yeah. That's why I.
Anybody
that's why I
willing,
understand the
anybody
tomato.
willing to see it and then go on Rotten Tomatoes to review it is going to review it
Well, and
highly.
I'll also
I
say
can see
like
that.
people who are fans of the original musical know that the second act is bad, so they're kind of grading on a curve.
True.
While critics are just like seeing a movie.
Yeah.
I just
So
think
they're,
it would,
so they're not grading on a curve.
I just
Yeah.
think it would have been better as a shorter movie with fewer bullshit songs.
Yeah, I agree. Like
It did not need to be 2 hours.
They didn't
2.5
extend
hours
stuff
long.
that actually fixed the problems.
No.
Yeah, we had lots of thoughts on Wicked Part 2. We just didn't make a video.
Yeah, because
yeah.
we're not really doing reviews anymore. But this is a place
Yeah.
where we can kind of do that a
I
little bit.
would have liked to have
Casual.
seen more, like, if I were to make my critique here, I would have liked to have seen more of the actual, like, revolution that she was trying to start, as opposed to them, like, leaning more into, like, oh, how's she feeling now?
Yeah, like they spent a lot of time basically on Act 1 of the second movie, and then had the exact same problem as the second act of the musical, where like it sped through the rest of the story. It's like, well,
Yeah, the more interesting part.
you needed to expand that part.
I wanted to see, like, because when it opens up on her, like, breaking up the building of the Yellow Brick Road, I'm like, oh, I want to see more revolutionary Alphaba, not like...
that was sick. When she,
Yeah, when she came in as, like, a
cheered.
shonen anime hero, I'm like, okay, I can deal with it. I can do
She
this.
got on it like a skateboard, the broom, and I cheered out loud.
But that was the only cool scene we got like that.
Unfortunate,
Yeah.
yeah. There was, like, no actual, like, revolution.
And last thought is Girl in the Bubble, didn't like it, but
Sucked.
at least they did something kind of interesting with the visuals, because if not, I just, ugh.
Such a boring song. I wanted to go take a piss.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I'll
At least
wait
the
and
camera was
see.
doing something, I guess. They knew they had to make the camera do shit.
They had to. Also, the OST needs to have the last song in Wicked Part 2. It doesn't. It ends on For Good, and that sucks, and I'm mad about it.
Yeah.
Even though For Good is one of the best songs in the musical.
It's the best song in the second act by far.
For sure.
You need that outro where it's like, I don't know how to describe it. The last song in Wicked. Yeah. The one they say Wicked in. You know when they say Wicked.
Anyway,
It is the only movie that's ever made me think about, like, what would a burlap dick be like? That's all I'll say.
They smooth the shit out of him, and he looks like Ryan Reynolds.
weird. Anyway, that was the movie score game. Did you guys like it? Did you guys like it?
Did you play the home game? How close were you?
How close were you?
How close are you?
How close are you?
How close are you?
Do you have a burlap dick?
How many? Yeah, tell us how many points you got. Did you beat Jesse or Nick?
Yeah.
Say, do you have a burlap dick? Tell me what's like.
Tell us.
And hey, if you liked this video, if you like the kind of stuff we're doing lately, you can like it, you subscribe, you can become a YouTube member or patron.
Yeah, you can
You
do
can do all
that.
this stuff. It gives
do
you
all
early
that
access
stuff.
videos. It gives you exclusive videos now because we make some of those sometimes.
It allows us to keep doing what we're doing if you
And
enjoy
we keep
it.
doing this.
It's fun if you're having fun.
I hope you're having fun.
Did you like Wicked Part 2?
We're recording this really in advance. What's life like 2 months from now?
Hope it's good.
Hope it's
Hope it's better.
good.